When I began to write the Guitar Daily Workout over a decade ago, I had in mind college students who had their sights set on becoming professional full-time guitarists. I knew that I wanted to write a clear, concise, and systematic practice method to learn the most important scales, arpeggios, and exercises on the guitar. The Guitar Daily Workout was really designed for students so that they would go through one book every semester, and that's why there's 12 books. There's 8 for the 8 semesters of undergraduate studies, and then there's 4 for the master's degree students. But when I began writing it, I realized quickly that this training method would be an invaluable resource for any guitarist who wanted to learn their fundamentals in a focused but easy to follow plan. As I explained in my video on where the Guitar Daily Workout came from, the book really started decades ago when I was in music school, and I was trying to figure out what was the most important things to practice to become a proficient guitarist. I didn't want to waste my precious time learning things that didn't really apply to real-world playing, because I had my eyes set on becoming a full-time professional musician, and that's a pretty daunting undertaking. But I wasn't sure what I needed to practice to get better. Should I learn to read, or should I study the method books like William Levitt or Mel Bay, or should I just learn repertoire, or should I primarily just transcribe in order to get better? Well, of course, I did a lot of all those things, as well as going through the lessons that my teachers were showing me, and all of it was important to varying degrees. But like many of you, I felt like I needed something more focused and directed to really learn technique. I needed a step-by-step training regimen on the basic scales and arpeggios and vital exercises for my instrument. And of course, I knew that practicing scales wouldn't make me a great musician, but I also knew that it was something that was missing in my daily routine that most great musicians practiced in their formative years. So I set up a practice scheme based on what my teachers were saying and what I'd heard the great players say were the most important things to learn. So I'd do scales for a certain amount of time per day, and I'd also transcribe and memorize and apply lines, and I'd improvise, of course. And I got better. All of those things, they really did make an impact. So you might be asking, is the Guitar Daily Workout something that would benefit you? And I'd say honestly, it really depends. You know, if you're a younger player and you want to learn to become a professional level musician, not just be able to play other people's songs, and this is one part of your daily practice routine, I think you'll find it to be indispensable. Because it's short and it's clear and it's directed. You'll know exactly what you're supposed to do and practice every day, and you'll have weekly targets to try to hit. And you'll know that there was a lot of time and effort and thought put into each and every exercise. So you'll know that you won't be wasting your time, because all of the exercises will be taking you on a systematic journey of development that consecutively builds, similar to how we grow studying math. And you'll know that you're getting stronger and faster and more accurate in the process. So if that's you, I think this will be an incredible resource for you. Or you might be a good seasoned player already who knows a lot of stuff but wants to take your playing to the next level. Maybe you always wanted to learn your scales, but you never had a chance to put in the concerted time. Or maybe you just weren't sure how to do it. Well, this would also be a really great resource for you, I think, especially books 5 through 8, the intermediate books. Or lastly, if you're an advanced player and you're looking to start tackling really complex music that's more sophisticated harmonically, books 9 through 12 will help you a lot. They're challenging, they're like black belt level stuff. If you go through them, you'll really learn your advanced scales and arpeggios. So let me say also though, who the Guitar Daily Workout's probably not for though, because I think that's important to know also. You know, if you're a beginner and you're just starting off, this probably is not a good place to start. You need some intermediate skills, even to access the exercises, or they'll probably just be frustrating to you. So this probably wouldn't be a good method for you. And if you're somebody who just wants to learn a bunch of songs and jam in a garage band, play around a campfire, or impress your friends, this is really not for you either. And that's totally fine to do that. There's a lot of guitar players who get a lot of joy out of doing that. But there's better ways to learn that, because nobody wants to listen to somebody just noodle on scales. Or if you're the type of person you need instant gratification, you practice something for just a little tiny bit and you sound amazing in a day or two, this is not that method at all. You probably won't see results of this for a long time, and it could be years after you go through this that you'll really realize the power and the impact of the training that you went through. Or, if you just can't commit a half an hour a day for 12 weeks right now, I'd recommend not doing this method. You'll be frustrated and you won't master the material, and you'll never get far enough to really see the impact, and you might mistake it, thinking that the issue's that it's not really worth learning, that it doesn't really help. So then you may never go back later and learn these key concepts and find out how important they really are. But if you've come to the point in your musical journey that you suspect that this is something you actually need and you're willing to do the hard work, then I guarantee the system will work, probably much more than you anticipate. You will walk away from it if you've done your work finally knowing your scales and arpeggios and the neck in a way that you don't right now. And that will deeply affect your playing as long as you continue making music. So if that's what you really want to learn, I believe you'll find the Guitar Daily Workout to be the most complete, comprehensive, and clear system to learn the most important scales, arpeggios, and exercises for guitar that's ever been published. And I deeply hope that it'll make a lasting impact on you as a musician.